All right, everyone. We're back again. Episode
Yeah,
number
24.
24. 24. Wow. Already
Yeah.
24 episodes in there. It's November now. It's been November for 20 days now. It wasn't that cold this month, so I'll
It
take that
wasn't.
weather. And yeah, this is our 24th episode of our podcast. Thank you guys
Yep.
for showing some love and
Tuning in.
liking
Tuning
and
in.
subscribing to our channel. We enjoy making
Mhm.
these videos. So this today, not much news. Hang on a sec.
It's basically all NBA.
Pretty much an all NBA video because a lot of
Yeah.
NBA news has come out this past week, especially with the draft and the start of free agency. Probably, I think in 2 minutes. I think in 2 minutes the free agency starts. Or
No,
did
it
it
started
already
already
start?
at 6.
Oh, it already started. So we're gonna start seeing some signings. So you're gonna get a lot of NBA news this week. Probably that's probably going to be like the next couple videos. Pretty much it's pretty
Probably
much
next
just
week,
NBA
yeah.
topics. There's
Yeah.
nothing really else to say. So
Mhm.
we'll get started right with our first. Let's start off with the first thing that came out. Dennis Schroeder from the
Dennis
OKC
Schroeder. Mhm.
gets traded to the LA Lakers in exchange for Danny Green and I think another player.
I think a first-round pick in this year's draft.
Yeah,
think
first
so.
round pick in this year's draft and something, and I'm pretty sure another pick as well. Solid. That's solid for the Lakers. I mean,
The Lakers, yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at
I would
that.
be happy. Yeah.
That's a great signing, especially like Danny Green wasn't doing much for that team anyway. So to get a better player in Dennis Schroeder, I think it's better. I think it's just
That is
it
better for them.
improves the team. Now for OKC, I don't know about them. Like this year,
Well,
it's tough. It's
they
tough,
did.
dude.
They traded Danny Green away then.
So yeah, hang on. We'll get into that after. But like, yeah, how do you see the Lakers being as good as this year? I feel like they're gonna be the same. Like
I think they'll
maybe
be the same.
like they honestly, I could see them. I wouldn't be surprised if they're first in the West. Like I'm sorry, because
Maybe not.
like
The Warriors are.
we're gonna to get into some Warriors news after actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, the Lakers probably gonna be first next year. In my opinion, I think they'll be first or second, top three. I'm gonna predict top three, in the West.
And they did also sign Schroeder, Wesley Matthews.
Yeah,
on a 1-year deal, like about an hour ago. So bench is getting better.
not bad.
Depth up there.
But now, but I don't know. Would the Lakers be first now? Because also going into more Lakers news, Anthony Davis opts out to a deal.
He's probably going to re-sign, though.
Probably he's a UFA, so he's unrestricted free agent. But he might re-sign. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if he re-signs. If he doesn't, though, then the Lakers, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be as good as
If he doesn't re-sign, that's a big problem. But if he resigns, they're fine. Like fine.
I hope they re-sign him because he fits perfectly over there. I couldn't see him on any other team. Hey, maybe Toronto.
Maybe Toronto.
Come on, please, come on, Toronto. Come to the Raptors. I mean, we would love that.
Mm-hmm.
So
De'Aaron Fox re-signed.
De'Aaron Fox re-signed.
Massive contract.
He's their best player, so of course they're gonna try and lock him up. He's a great player.
Yeah, sorry if my lighting is a bit messed. De'Aaron Fox signed a big deal here. I want to say it was like 5 years, 169 million. Yeah. Oh, sorry, 5 years, 163 million bucks. Whoa, that's a lot for 5 years.
Massive contract.
But again, I'm not surprised. Like, there's your star player with like Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley when he's healthy. So I'm not surprised at all. That's a good signing though. He deserves it a lot. Isn't he an all-star too? Starting
I think he was, yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's their best player, but the Kings should try and look into some other players maybe, because
they're also looking at Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, they are.
An article. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. So, I mean, but the team is not. It's not great.
It's not. It really isn't. But hey, they could surprise a lot of teams next year.
So I think yeah. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna go to. I saw something a couple days ago about Kemba Walker potentially being looked at by the Chicago Bulls. Actually, the Chicago Bulls were actually looking into trying. They contacted Kemba Walker trying to make a deal there. I don't see that. I don't see him leaving. That's the thing. He fits perfectly on the Celtics too. Like that team is so good. Like I could definitely see them winning a championship in the next 5 years with the way that they're going right now. Like their front line is amazing. Like it's really good. Jason Tatum's there. Like Kemba Walker is there.
Beat the Raptors last year.
Marcus Smart has been playing really well. They beat the Raptors, which pretty much surprised a lot of people. Well, for maybe for us Raptors fans, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Because
I
I think we both said Raptors winning in 6 or 7, and they ended up losing in Game 7. So they were down 2-0, but you got to remember that Celtics team was dominating. From the first 3 games they dominated. The Raptors got lucky in the third game when OJ shot. If they lost that game 3, they would have got swept. Like the momentum is just nowhere. It's gone. The Raptors would have been swept.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the Celtics do. But going into our next topic, Gordon Hayward coming off the bench is probably not going to be playing.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not going to be playing.
He declined a $34 million player option and is now unrestricted free agent. He might go to Indiana Pacers or the Atlanta Hawks or the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets are also in the mix. They're heavily targeting him. Yeah. And the Kings, as we said. So I think him in Atlanta would be good because, like, you can have him. You can have John Collins, Capella, Trae Young out there too. Dude, Atlanta might surprise a lot of people next year, like especially in the standings and what they're doing now. And they got a good draft pick in the draft. So I like what they're doing. They're a well-run organization. Like, I have to give credit to them. Atlanta's been trash for these past couple of years, but they're actually doing it properly. Like, the rebuilds, like, it's actually coming along, you know?
Yeah.
Unlike Charlotte, and like Charlotte's trash. Sacramento, they've been trash for years. Atlanta's actually speeding that up here.
Yeah, honestly, like Atlanta could be like one of the they could be like a team that surprises a lot of people. They could make the playoffs. Like it's like that team is not a bad team. It's not great, but like that team you can definitely see them making the playoffs. It's like I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. Staying in the South, Goran Dragic re-signed with the Heat on a 2-year, $37.4 million. Wow.
Very good deal. He's a very good player. Oh my goodness.
37. Ooh, that's a lot. And
a lot of money.
A lot of big ones. Wait, hold on. I saw this here. Dwayne Bacon signs with Orlando Magic. Just had to get that out there. That name always gets to me. Dwayne Bacon. But like, yeah, wow, there's still a lot more. Mason Plumlee signed with the Detroit Pistons on a 3-year deal, $25 million. I think that's highly expensive for Mason Plumlee, who has not been great.
Again, the NBA they have money. Like, they're loaded, dog. Come on. Like, the NBA, like, it's so uncomparable between NHL contracts and NBA contracts. Like, seriously, like the best
luxury tax though.
I know. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's different. It's just different. So like guys like you don't even like 6 mans coming off the bench could be making more than like the NHL's top players.
Yeah, done like Austin Matthews with like his $11 million.
Exactly.
He made like $50 million. It's crazy. Like, I can't believe. Well, again, it goes back down to the luxury tax. They have no cap hit. Like, they have like not $81 million in cap space. You know, like they can spend like $300 million. You know?
Yeah.
Crazy thing.
So I'm going into the Golden State Warriors actually.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some very, very sad news for Warriors fans, as Klay Thompson will not be returning to the 2020-21 season because of I think it was a knee injury.
I think he tore his Achilles.
Tore his Achilles. So
yeah.
He's going to be gone for a while, which leaves Warriors fans kind of, in hot water because now they're like, are we going to do better? Are we going to because like this team?
Oh, they'll be better.
They're going to be better than last season. But the problem is like you're going to miss out on probably one of your best players, which no one wants to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Like him and Clay are the Splash Brothers, but like he's going to be out the remainder of the season. What does that mean? I don't see a change. I could see a change from last season, but like they're still like I could definitely see them making the playoffs this year. Especially with who they drafted in the draft. We'll get to that. We'll get to that soon. But yeah, I don't see the Warriors being as bad now. Does Klay Thompson not being in the lineup have an effect on the Warriors? Yeah, it does. It's got a solid impact, but the Warriors will still push through and somehow, some way get a playoff spot. Which I could see that happening. Like it's It's definitely a possibility. But if I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make it this year. Like maybe maybe they'll have to.
No, I think they make it.
I think they'll make it, but like I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
With the healthy Steph, healthy Draymond, if you can say healthy, Wiggins is there. They got Wiseman. They traded for Kelly Oubre. So he could probably just slide into where Klay Thompson is. Obviously not as good as Klay Thompson. Like, not
obviously
saying that,
we know that.
but like, just had to point that out there just in case people want to take it out of context, you know. But like, yeah, like, you know, I think that starting five like is actually pretty solid, even without Klay. So I think they're like a middling Western Conference team. I don't think they're top yet because of course Klay Thompson's injured, but like I think they're like a 4, 5, 6, you know, place team in the West.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, they're not there yet only because of Klay. If Klay was healthy, and then they made that trade.
That team would be like top 5 of the West.
No, like probably top 3. Then they made that trade for Klay. Then yeah, sure, top for Kelly Oubre. Then yeah, but like now Klay's hurt. One of the Splash Bros gone again for another whole season. It's just sad. Like we might never see Klay Thompson in his prime ever again because torn Achilles. A lot of players don't come back strong from torn Achilles.
I don't know. He's been injured since since last year's playoffs against the Raptors.
Torn ACL, yeah.
A torn ACL, and then all this time he didn't even play in this season at all. I don't think he played at all. Right?
He didn't. No.
Yeah, he didn't, and now he's going to be missing another full season. So if you really think about it, that's two seasons now where he hasn't even played in an NBA like environment. He hasn't played, like maybe he's practiced, but like now he's got to go back.
He hasn't played a game.
He hasn't played a game. He's got to go back into rehab. So I don't think he'll come back the same. He's going to come back not as strong, but maybe if he picks it up, I don't know. It's just it sucks for him because he's a great player, but like, what are you going to do now? That's the thing. Injuries are like. Injuries just take
so unpredictable.
They're very unpredictable.
It's so unpredictable.
You might not. You might not even see Klay Thompson even play again. Like honestly.
Yeah, that might happen too.
That might happen. Maybe he has too much problems and he can't play anymore. Like that is a possibility.
That could happen too.
You don't know that. We don't know, right?
And it was on his other leg too. I think because
so he hurt.
He's hurt both legs. He
tore his ACL. I think it was on his left or right leg. I think it was left leg.
I think it was left.
And on the right leg, he just tore his Achilles. So
yeah.
And especially where basketball is a moving sport, we have to run up and down the court, and you're already hurt, and you already have leg issues with like that. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna come back the same, and it sucks.
No, he's not. No.
There's no chance we're gonna see Klay Thompson from the past couple of years to him from him this next season coming up. Not even gonna play. The next 2020, 22, he's gonna come back. Might not even come back.
I don't know. He might not even come back.
Very tough for Warriors fans. But in other news, we already talked about this. Kelly Oubre signed.
Kelly Oubre trade.
Pretty good signing. Pretty good signing there. So I want to get into one thing.
Hold on. But before we get into that, let me just say this: Jordan Clarkson re-signed a 4-year, $52 million deal. Just think about that: $52 million for Jordan Clarkson. My gosh. Basically a 6-man because he doesn't start. Like Donovan Mitchell's there, Bogdanovich is there, so he's literally a 6-man. Sure, he puts up 15 points off the bench, but like really, 4 years, $52 million for Jordan Clarkson. Are you for real?
I know.
That's worse than Mitch Marner at $11 million. Like Jordan Clarkson,
dude,
$52 million.
It's just different. It's just different. The NBA is they have so much money.
Which contract's worse? 3 years, $25 million for Mason Plumlee, or 4 years, $52 million for Jordan Clarkson?
Probably the Jordan Clarkson one. Seriously, that's a lot of money.
Wow. $52 million for a 6-man.
You could be investing that in some other guys, maybe some better players.
Oh my gosh, that's wow.
Going into the 76ers, they actually just signed Al Horford. Or no, they didn't sign him. They traded him. Sorry, my words. They traded him to the OKC Thunder in exchange for Danny Green, who's moved he was on the Lakers, guys, moves to the Thunder, and now is on the Sixers. Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine that? This guy's like, oh gosh, I'm on the Thunder now, and then no, he's on the
76ers.
You know what? That's a great spot for him to play.
That is good. He's a
Danny Green in on the Sixers, definitely playing shooting guard or point guard if Ben Simmons plays I think small forward or power forward. He's probably might play one of those.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. So,
Dude,
it's like
I think Danny Green in Philadelphia is a great environment because look, you got Embiid, you got Ben Simmons, you got Mike Scott who's a shooter, you got Tobias Harris who's another shooter who can shoot the ball, you got Danny Green who's another shooter when he wants to be. Like, dude, they got shooters everywhere.
that's a plus for that team. Like
Yeah,
Al Horford is okay.
Now they got rid of that Al Horford's terrible contract.
Yeah.
So now they got money.
Terrible contract.
Yeah, they might bring in James Harden. That's still a rumor. He might.
Yeah, that's still rumored. That they
which I think is it's better for him to go to Philly.
You also got to remember they're also Harden's also trying to go to the Nets too.
I know, but like I'm going to say this. I think him in Philly would be better for him and his career if he went to Philly instead of Brooklyn. I don't think him in Brooklyn is going to make a lot of sense, only because they all want the ball. Kyrie, KD, Harden. So it's like if Harden has the ball,
it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Kyrie wants the dribble. Harden wants the ball. KD wants to shoot. But they're all primary ball handlers. So it's like what like it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's really not going to work.
I don't want to see that either because they could probably win a championship, like multiple with that team.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's not going to work. But then if he goes to Philadelphia, right? You can have him as the point guard. Ben Simmons does not shoot. So he could just be, shooting guard, small forward, whatever.
No, you got Danny Green. You can have Danny Green.
You got Danny Green who can shoot. Mike Scott who can shoot. You got Tobias.
No. You know what you could do? Maybe put Danny Green at point guard and James Harden at shooting guard.
No. I know.
Really?
I think Harden point. Yeah.
Harden point guard, Danny Green shooting guard, small forward. Who'd you got?
I think you can put Tobias Harris at small forward, like
Ben Simmons at power forward and Joel Embiid at center. There's your starting.
That works perfectly fine.
That's pretty solid. But the problem is,
the
problem is, can they afford Harden's contract? That's the thing. He's gonna ask.
I think they could. It just depends. What would they give up though? Like, would they have to give up Simmons?
Maybe.
What would they have to give up?
But here's the thing. He's not a shooter, but like he plays point guard, but he gets points. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He can drive the lane. He can score. Like that's what you need. But But I feel like they could afford Harden if they just have to.
I think
they might have to get rid of some picks, maybe.
Maybe
a couple bench players, like prospects, right?
Yeah.
Because the Rockets, if Westbrook and Harden go, they're definitely gonna have to try and rebuild that team. Because no way in hell they're gonna rebuild or like be as good as they are without them. Because also Robert Covington's gone too.
Yeah, he's on Portland now, and his cancer's on Portland too. Dude, Portland's stacking up on the big man, but like yeah, apparently Westbrook's trade value is like basically none. Like apparently no one wants him. Like his trade value is like dipping. It's nobody wants him.
Yeah. So
but Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. But back to what we were on before. Danny Green goes on to the Sixers. Now going to the Thunder is Al Horford and that terrible contract. So what is that? What does OKC look like? Doesn't look that great anymore.
It's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They got Al Horford. They got Aquaman, Steven Adams. Yeah. Wow.
Like that team isn't great. That's the thing.
They don't have Schroeder anymore. They don't have Kelly Oubre.
They don't have Chris Paul.
They don't. Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have Chris Paul.
Oh my gosh! Like that team, I'm sorry, is not making the playoffs.
Yeah, but dude, they have like 18 first-round draft picks from 2020 to 2026. So this all, dude. I don't know what
this could all mean. This could all lead to a huge rebuild, and this team coming.
It is a rebuild. They might not have like a team. I don't even know who's on their team.
Also, Westbrook is a possibility to go back to the Thunder. It's a possibility.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
true. I guess
he could go back. I don't know.
No, him to the Knicks doesn't look like it's gonna happen. He might even go to Charlotte. I heard Charlotte too. Like what?
Charlotte, like Westbrook could be going. He's got so many spots. He's got the
Clippers.
He's got the Knicks. He's got the the Clippers were interested. I think the Hornets were interested.
Yeah.
Who else was interested? There was
I don't even know.
OKC's interested. Like, bro, there's so many options.
It's insane.
Or maybe Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia wouldn't be bad either. Let's go to another couple topics, and then I think we'll just wrap it up. The Toronto Raptors will not be playing in Toronto. They'll be playing in Tampa Bay, Florida.
As soon as I heard that, I was like,
why? hold on.
But then you got to remember where we are. They just announced another lockdown.
Yeah, they did announce
right?
another lockdown. Yeah.
So in that area, in Toronto, they announced a lockdown. So it wouldn't make sense for the Raptors to go play in Toronto. But yeah, I feel like at the same time they want to play in their home arena, but like they're the only Canadian team, and they just have to move to one spot. It doesn't really affect anything, especially because there's no fans anyway. There's not going to be a lot there anyway, and there's probably Raptors fans in America too.
Oh yeah, in Florida too.
Like
you see them all the time in Orlando.
Like I don't see. I wouldn't. It wouldn't be a problem for me for them to play in Tampa. Like it's not bad because it's good for the players because they get the warm weather. Like they get to chill on the on the Tampa beaches and stuff. Like oh my goodness, that's a dream right there. And you just get to play basketball. Like it's great.
What happens if this like messes with their mentality? Like when like guys become free agents, maybe they're like, maybe I want to go to Florida and not resign with the Raptors. Like this might actually mess up with their mentality too.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like a win-lose thing. Another thing, they'll be playing at the Amalie Center where the Tampa Bay Lightning play. So, Lightning Stanley Cup champs, Raptors playing in the Amalie Arena. You might be champs next year. You feel me? Gotta get that championship connection.
It's not gonna. The Sally's not gonna be at the Scotiabank Arena. It's gonna be.
It's
gonna be where Tampa plays. But as long as the Raptors bring home a championship across the border back to Canada, you know what? It's a win. It's a win.
They can even play in Antarctica. If they bring home a championship, I will be happy.
Exactly.
But
it might in Antarctica. It might be a little nippy.
Yeah, that's funny. Only us will get that. Only us will get that joke.
Yeah.
I think we'll just end it off with the draft.
One more thing. The Raptors were actually interested in pursuing Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, Tristan Thompson. Yep, that's good enough.
That's a great I can't speak. Good to go for him, 100%.
Oh, and I saw a report by forget who, but they're most likely to re-sign Fred VanVleet. He's most likely come back to Toronto.
Good. Kyle Lowry is done. Like he might be washed. Like he might.
I don't know, man.
He could stay, but like maybe he comes off the bench if he's getting older. Like if he stays and they lower his contract, or he leaves. Because this is what you can have. You can have VanVleet playing as your point guard, but who would you have at your shooting guard? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Probably OG. Would you put OG there? Because he's a small forward.
He's like a small forward, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really know.
How would the Raptors lineup go? You could put VanVleet at point guard. I don't know who you. I don't know.
Norman Powell at shooting guard. Well, they got Matt Thomas too. They got that guy that they drafted on the 29th pick. I forget his name, but shout out to him.
Yeah, because Norman and Ibaka, they both come off really good off the bench.
Yeah.
And then Tristan Thompson could be put wherever in the top 5.
Yeah, I think Tristan Thompson would start. Yeah. Dude, if they could just like target Anthony Davis, then like we won't be talking.
Like imagine you have AD as your power forward, like if Kyle Lowry's gone and you get AD, you know what? Take that. Like that is that is great. But do you really see Anthony Davis going to the Raptors? I personally do not.
No, I don't either.
There's a better chance. There's a better chance of Giannis. There's a better chance of Giannis going to the Raptors than there is for AD.
Yeah, I know.
It's a possibility that the door's open.
Yeah.
Like you can, we would gladly open AD with open arms.
Oh yeah, we'll gladly take him with open arms.
We'll gladly take him. Like, come on. Who wouldn't take that?
I don't even know. Do you just want to go with our final topic and the MLB, the NBA draft?
Sure. So we'll start off with our top 10, probably the top 10 draft picks, which 10?
Probably
top 10.
Okay.
So let's go. So getting drafted number 1, going to the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. Wow. Very, very good for the Minnesota Timberwolves because that team is absolutely garbage. We all know that every Minnesota team is absolutely best.
Yeah, those are facts.
It's not great. It's not great. So for that Minnesota team to they have Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really
well, no, they got him, D'Angelo Russell. They traded for Ricky Rubio, so Ricky Rubio is back in Minnesota.
And now they're gonna have Anthony Edwards, who's a very good player, very good pick. Like
they just need bench depth. Like
I've noticed that team doesn't really have anyone coming off the bench, and as soon as that happens, then they just start losing.
Yeah.
So at number 2, Golden State Warriors have the second pick, and they
James
choose
Wiseman.
what they need is a
James
power
Wiseman.
forward / center, and that is James Wiseman, which is what
Yeah, I like
which
that.
is a great choice because they don't really have that. I'm pretty sure their power forward is Draymond Green. Like really,
Yeah, I think so.
like really, like really.
Yeah, but then you could just be Draymond Green in the center, and then just put James Wiseman at power forward, and then it's
Like
fine.
they need big men. Like they don't really have big guys after
Yeah,
KD left. He was like their biggest guy. Now he's gone. So you know what? Very good, and he's a very
yeah.
good.
They needed that. They needed
They
that a
needed
lot.
that. And a lot of people were shocked about the number 3. So at number 3, the Charlotte Hornets
I
had
wasn't.
the third pick. Some people
still-
were shocked. I wasn't.
I
LaMelo
was
Ball went
What a Charlotte.
third. A lot of people were saying he should have went first. I don't know.
No, that wasn't gonna be a good fit though, man. It wasn't. It really
Him in
wasn't.
Minnesota, no. I could have seen him in the Bulls. Like if he went fourth, I wouldn't mind.
That would have made sense. Him and Zach LaVine out there, but no, I think Charlotte. Look, they got Devontae Graham, they got Mikal Bridges, they got Terry Rozier out there too, man. But look,
it's not bad now they have they have LaMelo. Like he's a good player.
I know, sure, Jordan owns them, I'm pretty sure, but they're still a trash organization, right? So they got to do something. Like they got to do something good. So I guess the LaMelo Ball pick was something good. They got Devontae Graham who could play shooting guard. Then you got LaMelo who could play point guard. And then you can just go from there, it's not bad, but it's not
exactly. You can just take the ladder.
great. I guess you'll fit them.
But the only one who was really pissed was probably
LeVar Ball. He's not
LeVar was so shocked that that his son only won
number 3. He didn't even move. He was just sitting there like, wow, Charlotte.
I mean,
imagine.
But what kind of news? What kind of news is there that you're playing for Charlotte?
Yeah, I know. It's Charlotte. Who cares?
It's Charlotte.
Charlotte Hornets. Wow, they made the playoffs in what? 10 years? No, 7, 8. Who cares? Number 4, Patrick Williams to the Bulls. I was shocked. I did not think he was going to go top 5 at all.
Who did you think they were going to pick?
Dude, no, I'm not even going to lie. I thought they were going to pick Isaac Okoro or Onyeka Okongwu. I think Onyeka is a little bit better than Patrick Williams, but you know what? Again, I'm not an owner. I'm not.
Again, the Bulls need this.
I'm not a Bulls fan, so they can do whatever they want,
Exactly.
But, well, sure, I guess.
It's
top 5.
it's funny, isn't it? I was just thinking about this. It's crazy how the Bulls went from probably one of the best franchises in recent history, winning 3 championships with MJ and Pippen, right?
Yeah.
And then now for them to be like this, isn't it? Does that
every team has to go through a rebuild.
I know, but doesn't that this? They've been rebuilding for I don't know how long now. It's been so. Every team goes into rebuild, but a rebuild doesn't take 20 years. Seriously. Yeah. They've been rebuilding since Michael Jordan left. It's been so long. It's been so long, and they're still crap.
Yeah.
They're still crap. Bad. So with this sorry, hang on here. With this pickup or this pick, it's pretty. Yeah. This could be the start, a new fresh start, because they don't really have any big men.
Yeah.
They need. That's what they need.
They really don't.
They don't really have that. They have Zach LaVine and now this guy. So you know what? I don't know. Maybe this is the start. Right. Maybe in the free agency they pick up Ibaka because he's a UFA.
Yep.
I could definitely see that. Maybe this pick here was probably the best start that they'll have to rebuilding a good team. At least a playoff contender, maybe.
Yeah, they're off to the right track now. Do you want to do top 5 or top 10? Because my computer didn't know.
All right, let's just go top 5.
Top 5. Okay. So with the final pick, top 5 actually. I guess final pick, top 5. The Cleveland Cavaliers drafted Isaac Okoro, small forward. I guess I like this. Look, they got who? They got Colin Sexton. They got Kevin Love, who probably isn't going to play anymore. They got Andre Drummond out there, so he could teach Isaac Okoro some things. I actually like the pick a lot. There's nothing really bad about this. I thought Onyeka Okongwu was, who would fit perfectly with the Cavs, but honestly, I'm not even mad. Isaac Okoro to the Cavs, it makes sense. He's a good defender. He can drive to the paint. He can score layups. He dunks. He does everything. He's like
exactly. He's an
two-way
all-around
player.
player. So you know what?
Yeah,
That's exactly what Cleveland needs because LeBron was that,
yeah.
and now this guy is that. So you know, we'll see.
Don't
We're
compare.
not comparing. We're not comparing at all.
Yeah.
But he's an all-around player, so maybe he can bring that team to a better spot because they finished last. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they were bad.
They were really garbage. Like as soon as LeBron left, it was just.
It's
It
just
was
been,
done. It was
it's just
done.
been bad. Like
It's just been garbage. So I mean, every other team in this draft, like they made good picks. Like the Raptors,
yeah, they did.
they got some good players as well. So like,
Yeah.
you can't complain. Like whatever fan you are of whatever team, like you can't be mad with the picks that your team picked.
Mm-hmm.
They picked solid. Like they picked solid. We can go through them all, but like we're not because there's a lot.
It's gonna be too much.
A lot of players. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's what you get. What you get, right? At the end of the day, every team's going to go through a rebuild, especially like these bottom teams. Like you can see Minnesota maybe you can see Minnesota in the next couple of years be a good team. Every team goes through this phase.
They won't win a championship.
This was the Lakers as soon as Kobe left. As soon as Kobe was left, they had to go through a rebuild. Now look at them. So you could definitely see some of these teams like the Cavs, the Warriors. I could definitely see the Warriors. This rebuild would be a success.
Yeah.
Not that long, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like the Kings can go to a rebuild, like the Bulls too. Like they can just get back to that status because like if you really think about it, when you see like the Bucks or Lakers play, and they play like the Minnesota Timberwolves or like the Cavs, we already know who's gonna win. Maybe in the next couple seasons, they're not as great as you would think, but maybe you could be like, oh, you know what? Maybe they have a chance against this team. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say something I forgot. I think we'll just wrap it up there.
I think that's it. Yeah,
I think that's it. Really,
all the news has just been around the basketball world.
Really, the NBA. That's it, really.
The NBA, a bunch of free agency stuff. Look this week, guys, for a bunch of NBA news coming out, especially all these signings because free agency started
next week.
What, like 2 hours ago? Like
like 2.5 hours.
Not even that long ago. So, and they have a lot of, and they don't even have much time.
I don't think they do either.
The season starts in a month and 2 days. Think about that. A month and 2 days, and we finally get basketball back.
Yeah.
Like seriously, it's like it's gonna be like
that's
this
great.
Quick.
That's great.
I love that. You love to see that.
Yeah. I think we're done.
We're gonna wrap it up. We'll wrap it up here. I think that's it. So hopefully we'll definitely see you guys on Monday. But hopefully we can come onto this Monday's episode with more news,
more NBA news, and maybe some hockey.
We might, hopefully some hockey because
we're primarily a hockey podcast. But like, okay.
Yeah. So, but we'll see what happens this weekend. Maybe this week you might see some top 10 lists from the NBA.
Maybe we might do that.
We might do that. So maybe look for that video coming out soon. And we'll just leave it off there. So we'll see you guys on Monday. Take care and peace.
Peace.